There we go. Whoops. OBS does that occasionally, where it will change my input for no reason whatsoever. Hi, what's up, everyone? Sorry. Am I alive now? I'm making sure my alive and sitting. Making sure my mixer is now mixer is good. The nasty input gremlin. Hello, Monday, Soth, Halcyon, Palaguin, Ray, Jester, Fabricio. What is up? What is going to happen? Rose. Hi, everyone. It's been a day. Not even a day. It's been a past couple days. So good to be back. I had to do some IRL work stuff yesterday. Okay, today, Baizhu, I am still mulling over. I asked on the Discord, and you what in the Ayatos in your tail? I can just put it on my face. Boop. Oh, why is it tilted? Boop. Boop. There we go. Oh, that works. Hi. Hello, Cabrilla. I think I greeted everyone, right? Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, we went to a basketball game, brought back COVID. Well, drink water more than ever. Drink water. Make sure you're. Yeah, Baizhu story quest today. Yeah, make sure you're drinking water, and I don't know if the cold medicines and that kind of stuff help when you have Rona. Okay, I asked in the Discord, and you guys had some very good discussion about it as well. I still don't know who I'm going here. Let me just go into the game. I still don't know who I'm going with for Liyue 4-star, because the only 4 stars from Liyue that I don't have are Yunjin and Ningguang, 2 Geo ladies. So I am kind of between Ningguang just to add her to the collection, because I know that she's not. Everyone, it's a very, oh my gosh, brain help me. Kind of like Jinyan. It's a very clear consensus that Ningguang is really not all that helpful. I would just want her to add to the collection. It'd either be her, or I would get my C4 Xingqiu, because C4 Xingqiu increases damage dealt by his burst for the duration of his skill, which is pretty good, honestly. That's the only constellation of any Liyue 4-star that I feel like I would care about. Because Beidou C1 is just a shield, but I always use her with Zhongli. Yanfei C4 is also a shield. Xiangling's C5 is a Guoba increase, which I don't really care about either. Bennett's not a Liyue character. And other than that, that kind of does it for Liyue people that I use. Chong, obviously, like assuming I'm able to pull Shenhe, I will use her with Chongyun. But his first constellation is just normal attack damage, and I never use him for normal attack. I just throw his skill down and use that to imbue my on-field with Cryo. So like I use him a lot with Kaya to imbue Kaya's sword with Cryo. Other than that, that kind of does it for 4 stars that I use. Obviously, I would love to C6 Beidou eventually, but like that'll be my long-term goal would be to C6 Beidou eventually. As far as short-term goals for like Abyss and Theater and that kind of stuff, I feel like C4 Xingqiu would be a really good one to have. Either that, or grab a Ningguang just to have more waifus. So that's where I'm at on that. I might seem a little bit low energy today because I'm oh, maybe I should turn on the music as well. Having mental stuff is bad. That's all I'll say about it. But we're here and it's oh my gosh, I can buy some more wishes as well. We here and we're gonna do Baizhu story quest. Also, you guys said that the tree unlocked in Sumeru, which I don't know what that means, but it seems like that's the place similar to Inazuma, where you don't use sigils for at the crystal shop, at the jewelry shop, you use them at a tree. And I'm like, oh, so basically the exact same thing as the Inazuma. And apparently I was able to do that after we finished what we did in the R&R quest, and I just didn't. So where is that? Ningguang can get competitive damage, but she's also C6. That makes sense. Further inside the cavern. Is it the tree that I was climbing last episode? I kind of have my Beidou team kind of figured out, actually. As a... Wait, hang on. I don't want to continue the R&R right now. So, let me navigate to that so I know where... Oh, okay, so it's just that. I kind of have my Beidou team figured out by this point. Just Zhongli, Shinobu, and Yelan has been working well to give me an excuse to use Beidou as a... Is it this? The onion tree. It's got a galaxy in its leaves. Tree of Dreams, Vanarana. Offer the dendro sigils we've collected. Okay. That's all I needed to know, apparently. Oh, I missed the... No! Tree of Dreams, Vanarana. You can obtain dendro sigils, offer them to the tree to level it up and obtain precious materials. Indeed. I have 419. Nice. Wow. 11. We went up to, oh my gosh. Look at all this stuff. What the frick is that?
Tactics, I'm always ready.
Oh, a sword billet. Oh, got some standards and a shrine of derp key. And some pink poles and fragile.
It's hard to remain on dry land for so
long. I know.
Never quite seem to get my land legs back.
Chill, bae bro. Tree, funny way of saying onion. Onion tree. Nifty. Have standard poles, will use. Who am I helping for besides Dia, obviously? Who am I helping for? What 4-star am I hoping to grab? Honestly, I could use some more refinements in some of my 4-star weapons. I could use some more. I would take some 4-star weapons, honestly. Some dupes that I have. A sharpshooter's oath. I cannot believe still that I want to experiment with Tainari, but I still cannot believe that we lost our Zhongli 50/50 to Tainari, and then I got another Tainari on standard banner at like 75 pity. We were so high up in standards. I was like, man, we're due for a 5-star, and then Tainari just waltzes in and throws a mushroom at my face and is like, it was unbelievable when he came up. I was like, is this a joke? Hey, 4. Kale Stellation. Interesting. Huh. What's Kale's C1? Here, have a shroom. One on the party and not on field. ER is increased by 20. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. What even is her burst? Is her burst is the puppet, right? Yeah, her burst is the puppet. Her skill is the boomerang. And what's his C1 again? Charge attack crit rate increased by 15, which is actually a pretty good C1. That's one of those things that's very helpful that I would expect to be hidden down in like C3 or 4 or something, because his skill gives you the like rapid fire, the like insta charge shot, similar to Yelen's breakthrough barb.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Okay, that was it for, right, 670! 670, who just got us over there? Sam, thank you for the follow, and thank you for crossing us to 670 followers on Twitch. Thank you, appreciate you, and welcome aboard. Your Tainari is, Lone Wolf's Tainari is C3. Do you like playing Tainari? Tainari is one of those that I will, there's a couple characters. Oh my gosh, Beto, chill. I know. I know. I'm sorry. It's been forever since I've put you on a team. I'm sorry, but bro, you're gonna go full osmanthus wine on me, homie. Okay. I also have fragiles now as well that I can use. Often, what I use fragile for, I think I've discussed this before, is getting, is going to talent domains, because at the very least, you're using fragile resin for something that's 100% return on investment, instead of rolling the dice on an artifact domain, and you just wasted a fragile to potentially get a really bad roll on your artifacts. You know, you'll get just a crap ton of, you know, of defense main stat emblems when you're not using anyone to scale on defense or something like that. So I've been using, that's why Beto's all the way up at all of hers are at 7. Yelen's dice is at 8. Shogun's Booba sword is at 8. Why do I always say Booba sword? I'm learning, yay! Whoa, do I have 600,000 Mora? Is that what I just saw? I have a 600,000 more. It's been a while since I've gotten all the way up past 500,000. I've been sending so many people, and it gets expensive. But also, sorry, the start of the stream is kind of a little bit of housekeeping. I also swapped Barbara. I swapped the Thrilling Tales over to Barbara and the Favonius Codex over to Mona. For the ER for Mona, but then also for the HP substat for Barb. Although, I feel like, what's her nuts? I feel like the passive for Thrilling Tales of Dragon Frickers can work really well with either one of them, because they're both only used on field for me. Wait till I see what the talents cost later. Yeah, every talent level up costs so much Mora. Like the next step to get from 7 to 8, the next step is 250,000. And then after that, it requires 2 of the boss materials. It requires 2 gilded scales to get her burst up to 9, and then to get A's sword up to 9.
Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
750 for crown. How many crowns do I have? I feel like I got a lot of crowns from, I don't even remember what. Where are the crowns at? Where are the crowns at? But I feel like I think I have a lot of crowns for no reason. I have 5 crowns for no reason. I don't even remember where I get those things either. Oculus and Shrine of Derps. Let's go grab those first. Go to this one. I got 1 crown from the tree? Oh. That shows you how much I was paying attention. You also get crowns from the frost-bearing tree as well, don't you? Where am I going? The statue's over here. Boop. Got 15. Has anyone, what characters has everyone triple crowned, if you have? And then Shrine of Derps. There's one over there. Is there another one that's kind of closer by? Not really. I'll go to that one. I opened up some teleports and wandered around here. I didn't, and anytime I find something, if I'm wandering in the world, like I'll wander the desert, I'll wander the forest. Like grabbing chests. If it's a chest that all I do is just, all you have to do to get to the chest is just fight some bros, I'll grab those chests, I'll grab some oculi and stuff like that. But if there's something where just like, that seems like a mission, or that seems like an important puzzle, or something like that, I'll save that for off stream. But I grabbed a ton of chests that were just fighting bros all around this part of the desert, opened up some waypoints and stuff. Also, found a floating building over here. I ran to that and I was like, I'm gonna teleport out of here and wait for stream for that one. What? There was just like a translucent, not translucent, like a ghost building in the middle of the sky over here. Shrine of Derps over here. Okay, Johnny Atoskara. Oh my gosh, triple crown amber. Ayaka and Raiden. Oh, Klee. Hang on, Pellegrini. Klee, Noel.
If you ever want to trade tactics.
Eula. Sleeting Samurai? Kazuha? Rescued Radish. Nahida. Sexy Sparkler. Who's the sexy Sparkler? Yoimiya? It took me so long to understand the end user license agreement joke with Eula. I was like, why are you guys saying end user license agreement? I was like, oh. Give me that chest, sonny.
The more the merrier. First round's on me.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how much you get from these things. Did you get crowns from the dentist? Get out, Sino. Oh, tripled Raiden as well. Okay. Oh, did I not activate it yet? I did not activate it yet. Okay. Baizhu. Over in Leeway Harbor. Drink water, everyone. Drink water. That's a threat. What do I need lotuses for again? It's a food that I make occasionally that I want lotuses for. I can't remember what it is, though. Oh, Chi-Chi.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Are you lost?
No,
I'm not. My name's Ayu, and I'm here because...
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gui. What's going on?
Hi, Traveler and Paimon.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
No, listen to me. It's my dad who's lost. And he's just like, anyway, isn't he cute? Just this lost kid.
Your dad?
Just not listening to him.
How does a fully grown man manage to get lost in Liyue Harbor?
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
So, what about your mom?
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad, but
Herbs,
she
quote
still
unquote.
hasn't come back. Meanwhile, my dad's been getting worse and worse. I remembered that the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Ride, so I thought, why don't I take Dad to Liyue Harbor to see him there?
Baizhu.
When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone. I asked the Millith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured, maybe I could ask some other people in the city to help.
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people. Isn't that right, Traveler?
Well, except for one. We're pros at finding people. Has been all over half of Teyvat and can't find one specific person. It'll be a piece of cake.
Changshan can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog.
Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
Snack!
Changsheng, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset.
Oh my gosh, neck snack. Neck snack. Snack scarf.
Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
Uncle Baizhu?
Changsheng, now's not the time. My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition, as much as you can recall?
Yes, Dr. Baizhu.
Health situation to Baizhu.
I see. And your family lives near Chingsa Village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Ride. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
Is that so? Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment? Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Well, that's
really?
wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
You can count on us.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's taken care of, we'll be right out to help you with the search.
Family is very important.
Thank you. Then I'll leave you to handle the pharmacy. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking to the Millilith guards at the city gates, see if they have an update.
You, more like I, me. Am I right? Give me just 1 second. GG.
His family. Oh, we have to find them.
Can you believe that little boy brought his father all this way to see the doctor? Oh, what a remarkable child. I didn't even know how to buy medicine by myself when I was his age.
Well, that just proves how incompetent you are in comparison. Why did I hop down this way? Do you think everyone in Teyvat speaks parcel tongue, or is it just that Cheng Cheng speaks English? Ha! Reference.
They searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we gonna get the people?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Ah, hey there, buddy. Dr. Baizhu. What brings you out this way?
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower. As for updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
Did your voice just change completely?
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
We'll take that area.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Oh my gosh, we have another character who doesn't wear their fucking jacket properly. Gotcha Mexican, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
All the way over there. We'll port over here. Wow. Oh, those are just carrots. For some reason, I thought those were sweet flowers for no reason other than I just wasn't looking. We came here with not Yanfei. We came here with Mona once. Right over here. And I stole your and then I sat and I stole your fruit.
Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
There's somebody over there!
There's somebody over there! They're getting further away!
Oh no, it's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Convincing, Paimon.
Watch where you're going!
Hey, it's Hu Tao! Hey!
Dear customer, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Are you all right?
She just runs up, pushes him off the cliff.
Huh?
Dad!
Hey, Hu Tao!
My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and my worst nightmare.
I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Hu, for saving this man.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
Are you? Who am I?
Your name is Jiao Liang, and you live just west of Qingse Village. You were supposed to come to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. Remember? Does that jog your memory?
Oh, my name is Jia Liang. Liyue Harbor. See the doctor? Yes, I'm Jia Liang, and I need to see the doctor. Wait, why do I need to see the doctor?
How much Naku have you been doing, homie?
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away. Sorry, Hu Tao. Gotta dash. Dinner's on us next time.
Got a dash!
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
Huh? Why not? What's the problem?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the signs? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
There are traces of god remains in Jialiang's system.
Of what now? There's what of who the what?
Yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Paimon, sorry, what?
God remains?
There's no need to worry, Director Hu. I have methods of keeping them at bay.
All they mean is that he ate some radishes.
It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Now you're bringing my great-uncle into this? Baizhu, just what are you planning this time?
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intentions, you are more than welcome to accompany me to Boo Boo Pharmacy and monitor my activities.
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today.
Don't forget, we're here too. Raise his hand. We're here too. Hi. Hello.
Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jialiang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great-uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Pharmacy at once.
Yogi Bear goes to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Blockages within the cardiovascular system, reduced blood flow and energy circulation?
Me after burgers.
I see. I suppose this must have caused the cognitive abnormalities.
Also me after burgers.
Dr. Baizhu, how bad is it? Can you cure him?
Don't you worry. Baizhu's a really great doctor. He's sure to find a way. Isn't that right, Baizhu?
Ayu, do you know when your father first started displaying these symptoms?
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't as bad as this when I was still little.
So it's been a long time indeed.
Is it a grim prognosis?
No. I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy and lucid again.
That's quick.
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
That's hella fast.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Hu, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
Yes, please hang out with us. Wait, hang on. I want that I want that screenshot real quick. Boop.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a patient. Any distractions heighten the risk of complications.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
We'll be heading out now too.
See you tomorrow, Baizhu and Chung Chung.
Bye for now, everyone.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on, let's get started.
Why are my sus senses tingling? It's like I'm used to draining people's blood at this point. Let's get started. It needs to be done. The beast must
Well, that
feed.
ends well, huh? You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
Ayu's mother?
Yeah, you must be curious too, right? Let's go see what we can find out while Baizhu's busy treating Ayu's dad.
I will pull for Hu Tao the next time she comes across Banner.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
Between her weird ass personality and her design and her eyes and her voice and everything, she's one of the cutest characters in this game to me.
Huh?
But Nahida was more important this time around when she was on Banner. On Banner. Oh, speaking of which.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docks doing surgery. Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today?
So...
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces, you've got some questions for me.
Guilty as charged. So, we were just a little curious about Baizhu's master. What was he like? Oh, and also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jialiang had god remains in his system?
And what does that mean?
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
That vaguely rings a bell.
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, so our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify gods' remains when we see them.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baizhu's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Wow, fancy that! Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baizhu's master?
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead. My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
This Chenyu Vale reference is a year before that region's release? Holy.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics. And you've seen how wary Baizhu is around me. He'd never tell me anything. But even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide. One thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say.
Interesting.
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
Maybe.
After all that, it seems like like we have more questions than answers. Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself about all of this tomorrow.
Oh, while you're here, have either of you seen Chi-Chi around? It's not every day I get to infiltrate Baizhu's lair, but alas, I didn't catch a single glimpse of her anywhere. Aha! What if Baizhu knew I'd be on the lookout for her and hid her away in advance?
She's not dead yet. I mean, she is, but she isn't. Also, Hu Tao's freaking short as well. Is she shorter than, not Yelan. Is she shorter than Yanfei? Nope, Yanfei's still small. Still the smallest, I think. They are both very short, though. Wait until 8 the next morning. Yes.
It's a new day! It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jia Liang is doing.
Dad!
Dad!
Oh, are you?
Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember now. Oh, are you? I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baizhu's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu. It's only because Jiang Li... What was her reason again?
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh?
He looks horrible, though.
But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not that unreasonable.
My head. Baizhu looks a little worse for wear. Something's wrong.
Yeah. I've been stuck
Sorry.
indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
I love the neck snack.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Qiangsheng and myself for a moment.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it?
Apparently.
If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now.
What's wrong with him?
But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
Either sprints up. Like me?
Who's there?
It's me, Connery.
Why did you follow us here?
I thought you weren't looking a little. I thought you were looking a little unwell.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness.
Oh, did he take the illness into himself?
Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
Oh, that's even worse. That's even more brutal. Life force?
Baizhu, can you please explain all of this?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient.
Interesting.
The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baizhu's strange choice of a necklace. Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin. I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text. Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
That's the saying.
Please, that's enough.
You're looking. Oh, that was a very good. As far as coughs go, often coughs in voice acting are difficult to do. That was a very convincing cough. Props to the VA. You're looking even worse now than before.
Wait a sec. Hu Tao was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually damaging your own body?
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body, and soon. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him, or he'll exhaust himself trying to accomplish everything on his own.
Roasted by your own snack. By your own scarf. Snack scarf. Go on, Baizhu, let's help you out.
Baizhu, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this from everyone for your entire life. Time will see that all secrets surface eventually.
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Huh. Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
What are the next steps?
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been exposed to it.
You know where he lives?
Yes. I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Qingsa village. Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy. As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out for Ayu's missing mother, my fellow disciple Jiang Li.
Tiny zombie time. Tiny zombie. Oh, I forgot to switch back to my Beidou team. Beidou, beware of the boar. Beware the boar. It is always in Chingsa Village that I get hit by boars if I'm ever like around the fields. If I'm ever around the fields. There's always boars in the fields that I can't see because they're so small. Bored to death. Clunk.
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Chingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiang Li was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiang Li? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang. Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family.
Weird.
The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Not that her not talking about her family is weird, but that weird that they'd never heard of.
Quarrel? What happened? I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiang Li or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What the? Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Yet not the most suspicious sounding thing we've ever heard, Paimon.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiang Li has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
I'm going to observe this wooden pillar. Several faint marks can be seen on the pillar. Maybe it was used to record Ayu's height as he grew up. There's some faded writing near the bottom mark. The more quickly Ayu grows up, the sooner can leave. Judging by the number of marks on the pillar, the family has led a secluded existence here for many, many years. The firewood is neatly stacked and the logs were cut with great power and precision. Whoever chopped the firewood must have been physically fit. Some logs at the bottom of the pile have begun to rot. It must have been a while since any new wood was added to the pile. A book. Diary with childish handwriting. Some roof tiles broke. Mom and I tried to get up and take a look, but we didn't manage. Luckily, Dad was able to fix them in no time. The dinner table was a bit wobbly today when we sat down to eat. Dad tried to fix it, but ended up breaking one of the legs by accident. Dad's forgetting things again. I'll have to write it all down for now and read it back to him when he's feeling a bit better.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick! What is this?
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
God remains?
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains.
Is it? Breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
Is it?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
What the do you mean, alive?
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases.
Nerd.
This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading.
He was going back towards Qingse village.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient. The mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself?
Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
Huh? So you're saying... it was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
There's been many such cases. Oh, okay.
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Do you know of a method to neutralize the poison?
Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jia Liang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingse village?
Not at all.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime.
Roasted.
These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
He's like, no, Paimon, you're too dumb.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Strange. Baizhu has a weak constitution. And didn't his master pass away at an early age?
Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're... Mannequin Man! Chung Chung, you're just a pain in the neck!
That is a very head-empty smile, as well as he's getting insulted.
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
I do have someone that I can call, and it's not Ghostbusters.
What?
In fact, quite a few.
Seems you're as
Adepti.
well connected as they say, Traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Here, I'll even give you options. Do you want half Adeptus or do you want full Adeptus? I've got options.
Oh. If you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Xiao? You there?
You called?
That was easy.
Gets Paimon every time.
Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Why is that funny to me? The snake looking up like that. I think it's because the eyes are like bugging out on the sides of the head. And they're such a big eyes. That's a really derpy look.
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Ooh, history.
Baizhu of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before.
Okay, I was about to say, Xiao, can you at least come down from the roof so we can look at you properly?
I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Actually, I wanted to ask you about dead gods. That's a normal discussion, right? Normal discussion topic.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Qingce village. A vile monster known as the Che once wrought havoc over this land. Before it was subdued by Rex Lapis, the land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Qingce village was founded sometime after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Che is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground.
Oh, weird.
However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
I see.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
I will. Thank you. And apparently you'll show up in 4.3 seconds.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
See ya. Meow.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master, there's a problem.
Gui? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
There's no way you ran for all, that's halfway. That's not halfway. That is across the entirety of Liyue.
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
A much stronger poison than normal? Why is my voice going so much higher than I intended it to? Weird. Oops, oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, he's on the ground.
Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back. My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood.
Ugh.
Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
So he's going back to being the exact same as when we found him, but worse.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Gui, please take Jiaoliang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baizhu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jiaoliang?
Oh, I can get behind the counter now.
Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
But...
Oh, I have to wait instead of just waltz right in.
Dr. Baizhu is still treating the patient. Please do not disturb him for now.
Go around to the back of the pharmacy? I thought there was a prompt that just came up then. Wait till 8 o'clock. Time. What? Whoa. Weird. Weird stuff. Weird magic. Weird
How
science.
are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiang Li once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
Not quite.
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
My sus senses.
I'll come with...
Don't. What do you mean you'll come with us?
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jiaoliang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventures Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he...
Let's go check up on him.
Huh? Hey, wait up!
Huh?
You're finally awake? That was far too risky, even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for?
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Also, those are paper-thin doors if we can hear Paimon that easily. Hello? There we go.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just...
Who's talking behind our backs again?
Me. It's me.
Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
Are you both okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment. And as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition.
Oh, rough.
Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from God remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why Jiang Li did it.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it.
Oh, yeah.
Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
It reminds me of Iron Man 2, where the arc reactor is powering an electromagnet that's keeping the shrapnel keeping the shrapnel from penetrating Tony's heart, but the arc reactor required a palladium core, and the palladium was poisoning his bloodstream or something. So the line was, the device that's keeping you alive is also killing you. It's exactly what's happening right here.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around. because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiangli has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jia Liang's life, Jiangli has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Fate?
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to god remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Who's that? I wonder, Ether.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
You guys really need to figure out a better, like, you really need to figure out a better place to discuss things. This is the second time you've been barged in on.
It's Jia Liang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I don't think he necessarily cares. Like, not that he doesn't care, but like it's more important to him than that.
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Hu Tao jump scare.
Very well. Then follow me.
Hi. Hi. Oh, Chi-Chi. Zombie child.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now, and remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
What is he talking about? What was that interaction? Was he talking about like the stuff that keeps Chi-Chi alive? Also, why can't I get behind the counter now? Have I always been able to get into the counter? Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, real quick. Real quick. I have to test. Nope, she's too tall. I thought there was a chance that Nahida would be able to sneak underneath this. Okay, Qingse Village. Oh my gosh, mouse. Just a bit too tall. Chi-Chi and Catching don't have story quests. There are other, aren't there? There are quite a few other 5 stars that don't have story quests, aren't there? Because there's quite a few 5 stars. There's not a lot of 5-star story quests. Story quests. Oh, but Catching does have an actual dedicated banner, does she? She's just been the girl on standard banner on like the standard banner art for so long that, unless count Cocoa Goat quest. Right there.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way. Yes, I'm sure of it.
Wait, hold on, Janley. Hold on. I want to switch back to. Also, I keep hearing their names as Xiangling and Zhongli.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
What are you looking at, Beidou?
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
Yeah, there's also smoke. Blech. Yeah, there's also smoke that I can see, Baizhu.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Zhongli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Oh, that's what she was looking at. The domain. Entanglement of past dreams. Okay, and then we'll probably get a trial Baizhu to fulfill the recommended slot of Dendro.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead?
The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel.
A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
Catalyst user. Ooh, interesting.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Huh. And he's got 2 charges of skill. I'm paying relatively close attention to his skill and stuff because when I pull for Shenhe on Chronicled, there's a chance I could lose my 50-50 to Baizhu. And honestly, of all the people on the Chronicle that I could lose my Shenhe 50-50 to, I'd be least okay losing it to Baizhu. But,
Mind the side effects.
it's a snack. Okay, wait, hang on, let me just let the second charge of his skill cool down. Oh, come on!
A bitter pill to swallow.
2 charges of that. Oh, weird. It just infuses them, just marks them with Dendro.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Interesting. He would kind of serve.
Mind the side effects.
He could kind of serve the same role on a Hyper Bloom team as Nahida does. Just Dendro application.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
There's no dust on the surface, and the burn marks on the inside are still fresh. I don't think this was left here by the treasure hoarders.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? 'Cause we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiang Li. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiang Li to give me the poison.
It was your idea? Actually, I'm thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard.
Jiao
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
You said he was he was the first Dendro character? In 1.0 and wasn't playable until 3 years in. What the weird? That's where he came in at. I don't have any tall male catalyst users, do I? Do I have any tall catalyst users? Sorry, distraction for a second. Do I have any tall catalyst users? Are all my catalyst users medium height people? I don't. All of my tall catalyst users are female. Huh, weird. Oh, Kale and Tainari were the first.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Ooh, neat. Pretty as well.
Aha! We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Who does his voice remind me of? Is there any other work that I would have, in gaming or something that I would recognize his voice from. It sounds familiar for some reason. Oh, that's not. That's God Remains. I thought that was an interactable thing. Oh, does he cough as one of his like sprint lines? Where like Diona says, "Let's go, let's go." Is one of his lines just coughing? Yes. Huh. Okami Chronicle, thanks for the first time chat. Hello, welcome. Is this the way forward or is this the way secrets? I want the way secrets first. Who says English VA? Shanduri. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, that hurt. This is the way forward. Right? Or is this the way secrets?
The doctor was here.
Seems like an emergency.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Busted.
Mind the side effects.
Mind the side door. Ah, hi!
Gotcha. These are about to get tight. Power the
A bitter pill to swallow.
Why am I not using my shield?
Mind the side effects.
The doctor was here.
Remember, health comes first. A bitter pill to swallow.
Oh, he's in Alan Wake 2? Also, that's cool. Team-wide heal. Okay, this wasn't the way forward. This was the way secrets. Cool. Good. Right? Question mark? No, wait. 'Cause it's sending me more this way. It's sending me deeper in. Wait, no, this was the way forward. Hang on. There's another door back in this. Almost ran off. There's another door back in this main room that I wanna look at real quick. Is that gonna reach? It is! Oh, this was the way secrets. Missable chest. Cool. Sweet. Don't get tripped up, Yelan. Okay, that leads us back into the main room. And now we have one of these for the main room. Why can't I activate it? Eh? That was just the door opener.
Take it easy.
Okay, this was the missable chest. That was the way that we went and fight the bros. Wait, hold on. Push this further there and then activate this one. And then it'll cascade into this one. Yes, like the things in the chasm. Squirrel brain. Ooh. No missable chest up top. You alright, buddy? Oh, it's just one of those things. I was like, what the heck is that thing? It's just a fish app. It's just a smish app.
Jiangli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
There's a monster.
The
Freeze.
remains must have lured them here. Watch my back. Mind the side effects.
The doctor was seeing.
Taking a turn for the better.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Mind the side effects.
Wow. It's probably just because I'm using my favorite characters along with him, but he plays really fun. Which I don't know if that's just because of Hyperbloom being fun,
Dr.
but...
Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up
Ooh.
again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
This thing is really interesting because it looks like stone, like a gemstone, but it also looks liquid. Like these are like, it looks like sticky, but it also looks like diamond. It's really cool. It's really interesting modeling on this.
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him! Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of God remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see Ayu grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiang Li back, then even if I die...
Jialiang.
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment, that's all.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang. Baizhu, Changsheng. Is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiang Li would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
Have you tried a fried egg?
What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
All we can do right now is honor Jialiang's decision and bear witness.
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
Oh, that was quick.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad. Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear hear your voice one last time.
Welp.
Jialiang. 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 Jialiang.
Baizhu use the ancient art again.
Dad, are you awake?
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Did he just Chi-Chi this man?
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
He's like, what?
I'm a zombie?
Sorry. It's not that funny.
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death.
I was okay, sorry. It's not that funny.
Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I am as interested as you to find out.
Great.
But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
I just realized she has black nail polish. That really fits. That checks.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jialiang to show us the way before we set off for Qingsa village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
I knew someone was listening in on that conversation.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhu's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
Chi-Chi hiding from Hu Tao behind this.
You stay away from my dad. When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good.
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng Funeral Parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you.
Good job, Hu Tao. Such a way with
Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
such a way with words, that one.
Is she finally gone?
The kid's like, I'm gonna try to be a doctor so I can help my dad survive. And Hu Tao's like, bet. Such as food?
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Jiangli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Hard-won meal. Maybe I'll whip up something too. It's been a while. Maybe I'll whip up some Tevat fried eggs.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
Oh, wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Oh, hey. Trial solo, Baizhu.
Now that you are part zombie, there are some rules that you need to know.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
First, don't forget to stretch your body regularly. Second, don't forget to...
Yes? Go on. Don't forget to...
I forgot.
Is that why she has an idle animation of her stretching? Because otherwise she'll like what's that called? Otherwise she'll rigor mortis up. That is tragic, Chi-Chi. Why am I laughing? It's not funny. Okay.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changsheng, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu.
Whoa.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
True.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old, and I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another, and then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshan to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that some of them I don't even recognize.
He's on all the drugs.
Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us.
Thank you, Paimon.
The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad will be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Okay, pause. Paimon, what do you think? What other? Okay. Sorry. Given everything that we've been talking about this entire quest, Paimon, what do you think? What other meaning could she have behind not around anymore? He's gonna go on a trip? Remember, Paimon is Paimon. Okay. When Changsing was talking about fate, what did she mean exactly?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Zhang Li's master, has passed away at a young age.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
It is a very long story.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients?
This music.
What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
Those storybook cutscenes are never not double negatives, Connery. Those storybook cutscenes are always some of the most gorgeous parts of this whole game. They're animated so well, they're colored so well. It's so pretty.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizhu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison, poison? And what makes a disease? When it comes down to it, Are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one.
Tainari with mushrooms.
I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Cheng Sheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
The elixir of immortality.
Precisely. I will be Cheng Sheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baizhu.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
Huh. For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
We also have coconut milk for Cheng Sheng and Paimon.
Chi-Chi jump scare. No, the real Chi-Chi jump scare is when you're wishing for...
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Oh, Paimon. You're such a Paimon. What a Paimon.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Yay! That really warmed me up to Baizhu's character. I don't know why I don't know why for whatever reason when he appeared in the Archon, that was in the Archon quest, wasn't it? When we wandered up to Boo Boo Pharmacy, when he was there, he was such a I was so neutral on him. He just came across when I thought back to when I met him in the pharmacy before, when Cocoa Goat dealer. When I met him the first time, he was so much of a he was also there. And maybe it was just because Chi-Chi's reveal and we were meeting Zhongli at the same time and Ganyu and everyone. Maybe that's why he just, not even that he seemed sus, it was just I don't know how to explain this other than in that quest he was so forgettable compared to the other characters that we'd met and hung out with in those missions. That really warmed me up to him. I will still say that he's probably of the people on Chronicled banner, he still is going to be the person that I would like to lose my Shenhe 50/50 to the least, but I am much warmed up to him now. So, and I imagine probably the same will happen with Navia as well. Also, I've now nicknamed the punishment wheel, the spin wheel that I do. That's the Navia wheel for me. You can't beat the atmosphere of... Okay, we got primos for that as well. Oh my gosh, we can buy even more. Buy. I mean, we got 49. Heck yeah, sonny. Here banner's coming to an end, but you'll be back, and I will pull for her next time. What else did, what else? There's something else I wanted to, look at all of these Leah quests. All these world quests, sonny. Do I have anything else to offer to something? I do not. I only have 7 agates or agates. I've got 29 geosigils. I'm planning for a stream to be a reaction stream. Where we do the Maxer videos, like we do some Maxer videos and previous Lantern Rites and stuff. And stuff like that. Lantern Rite is on the way. I think that's all that I had for today, correct? Oh, there's a Lewa Shrine of Derps that I haven't unlocked over here? Wait, hold on. I maxed out all of the... I guess you would get it through something else, wouldn't you? Because I maxed out all the statues. How would I get more Shrine of Derps keys? Yes, Nightwalker. That's actually is a good question. Who else before Lantern Rite would be a priority? Is there anyone else that's like Baizhu and stuff like that? Is there any more characters that like I would need to do these quests or like highly recommend to do these quests before Lantern Rites? Before Lantern Rite? Kind of it. Okay. What about hangouts for people that we haven't met, like Layla? Or because we haven't met Chong technically. Technically haven't met Bennett. I think we've met everyone else though, haven't we? Even if it was just briefly. I have 2 keys. Chong, Liwa characters. I'll unlock Chong actually. Maybe we meet Chongyun tomorrow. And probably some other stuff.
If you ever want to
Good sentence. All right. I think that does it for... Every time I say I think that does it for today, I always think, wait, was there something else I needed to do? But I don't think so. So. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Trailers? Baizhu trailer? You think? And he's a 5-star, so he's got a teaser and a demo. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then I'll be right back, and we'll watch those trailers, and that will be where we end. Oh my goodness. Here, let me turn the music back on. All right, I'll be right back. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. Jeez. Alright, we usually do teaser, then demo. I think we're going to just continue that trend. First off... Then tab back over here. Boop. Cute
Prepare
snake.
10 parts of violet grass and 3 of star conch shells. Mash them together with some fresh glaze lilies, filter with gauze, and consume the resulting herbal brew. Oh? Does something about this prescription displease you?
Oh, not at all. I have complete confidence in your prescriptions. They work every time. It's just that this prescription is for a pair of siblings based in Mondstadt.
Mondstadt? Then these ingredients will not be easy to procure.
Most of them are fine. It's just the glaze lilies. They don't come cheap, especially not fresh ones. Poor Anthony will have to work a lot of extra hours to afford this.
This new prescription, though not as fast-acting, will allow gradual recovery and buildup of strength, making it well-suited to someone who's been suffering from a long illness. The needed ingredients can also be found around Mondstadt.
Wait, dendro-processed berries?
Strange afflictions require stranger remedies, no? I have another backup solution. You'll need to boil some frog skins and lizard tails before adding a few drops of Chongsheng's venom.
This one will be fine.
Wait a minute. A few drips of what from whom?
Cute snake! Cute snack, cute snack, cute snack, cute snack, cute snack. Eee.
Prepare 10 parts.
Cute snake, cute snake, cute snake. Also, that's what I was thinking too. It's the guy who picks up money. But for a second, I thought that the guy who picks money in the fountain and the girl who's sick, who's there at night, I thought they were husband and wife. I don't know why. But are they siblings? Because he said siblings from Mondstadt. I was like, wait, Jean and Barbara? But is it the guy who they're siblings? Oh, they are not husband and wife. They're siblings, and they were roommates. Okay. Demo. What a reference! Yeah, seriously, siblings are dating.
It seems this elixir has attracted some difficult customers.
Belligerence and avarice. For these vices, I'm afraid I can offer no cure.
A good beating ought to do it.
So pretty.
As flowers wither, so does life fade. There's no escaping it.
faster, or you die tonight!
My mortality is no one's concern but mine. Remember, health comes first. Taking a turn for the better.
Dead. Hey.
Dr. Baizhu, the dew. Here you go.
This remedy is powerful, yet painstaking to concoct. Ineffective without moonlight dew as a potentiator, but just a drop will cure Gui's cold in no time.
Cold medicine? You came all the way out here for cold medicine?
You didn't check before seeking to steal it? I have serious concerns for your cognitive health.
The first round of treatment has clearly failed. Let's try a stronger dose.
Oh my gosh.
No, please stop.
Hippocratic oath. Also, my brain-rotted mind imagined a can of Mountain Dew.
Dr. Baizhu, the dew.
She holds up a can of Mountain Dew. Okay. Anyways. Cute Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi cute. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Calm yourself, browser. Mountain don't. All right. I can confirm Mountain Dew cures colds. All right. That does it for today. Tomorrow, let's hang out with Chongyun and maybe also maybe dust up some other Soth. Why does your Softopus not have a head right today? I was like, why is there no head? Why is there no head on the Softopus today? Oh, it's a snake. It's a snack. Oh, you know what? Tomorrow also that I'm going to add to the pre-lantern, my pre-lantern rite stuff is I want to open up the final Inazuma Island. I don't know why that hasn't been a priority for me, but let's hang out with Chongyun, maybe do Beto's final route, and go to the last Inazuma Island. Mountain Dew it. All right, that does it for today. Thanks everyone so much. Let's get some nuts to round this one out, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Good luck on your final day polls, final days of Mavuika Banner if you haven't gotten her, or if you're trying to constellationize her. So I'm still gonna be deciding whether I want Ningguang or Xingqiu C4, C5, C4, C5, one of his constellations. The one that buffs his burst for the duration of his skill. So anyway, I'll see all of you tomorrow. Thanks again. Appreciate you all. Drink water and good night. Bye-bye.